Hello everyone, today we are going to introduce our project. The project name is No Shame in Menstruation. Now let's have a brief introduction of this project. Our goal is to help secondary school students establish correct gender concepts in biology class of menstruation. So we will use the grade 8 textbook of biology to help us finish this project. Our target audience is the grade 8 students in Shanghai Wuxun Middle School. So our collaborators will be the director of teaching and the research team in this school, Mrs. Zhang, and the biology teacher of grade 8, Mrs. Xu. We have three objectives in this project. The first one is to learn biological knowledge related to menstruation. The second one is to assess students' cognitive levels through flowcharts. And the third one is to enable students to gradually face menstruation as a natural physiological phenomenon. Now, I will explain the why through the credible criteria. Our project is contextually relevant because it is designed for Chinese secondary school students, trying to help them know the biological knowledge, especially knowledge about menstruation. Second one, it responds to practical needs. Through biology class and classroom activities, we can effectively relieve the sexual shame and prejudice that middle school students may experience during puberty. The last one, our project leads the field because it can be modified and applied for other hygiene-relevant courses and different age groups of students.
After we become clear about what we should do, we do literature analysis through three different dimensions. The first one is the concept of menstruation shame. Through the literature review, we found that menstruation shame was mostly generated by the lack of menstruation knowledge and the bias and stigma in the society. And then we explored the necessity of having sex education or menstruation education in secondary school. We found that secondary school is the proper and the best period of time to have sex education. And then we explored the methodology that we can use in biology class in secondary school. After we have done our literature analysis, we have also do the PDA. The first PDA is a video and game sexual education generated by the Family Planning Association of Hong Kong. By using simple animations and games, this project has helped students to have a general idea of the sexual knowledge. And also, we do a PDA on the period game. This project fosters collective participation and open dialogue among students by gamifying sensitive physiological topics through board games. And after we do the two PDA, we have finally decided what to do, and let's move into the material development part.
Based on the literature analysis and the PDA, we decided to develop three materials. The first one is the lesson plan. It helps the biology teacher to design the classes which fit the needs of secondary school students. The lesson plan includes the teaching goal, the key points and difficulties in teaching, and the teaching process. The second material is a flowchart. We use it to evaluate students' cognitive level of the knowledge, so we will use it both before and after the class. The main material of our project is the period journey activity. It helps students to have a better understanding of the knowledge of menstruation. We will carry out the material over two classes. The first class is the teaching delivering the textbook knowledge of human endocrine system. The activity of this class will be the students do the flowcharts after class. The teachers will tell them to play the game in the next class so they can prepare for the game and have some review of the knowledge. And the second class is teachers setting up the menstruation context and completing class activities. The students will be asked to play the period junior game in class and do the flow chat again after that. At the end, the students can share their feedback on the game, while the teacher can also give some relative instructions on it. Now we will introduce how to play this period junior game. In the preparation stage, the class will be divided into 4 groups. Each group will have 10 students and have one piece to play. There are 3 activity sections: knowledge Q&A, quick response, and role play. How to play this game? Firstly, when the piece lands on the square of the same color as it, it will trigger knowledge Q&A. If the students answer correctly, they will move to the next square of the same color. If they answer wrongly, they will stay on the current square. Second, when two teams' pieces land on the same square, they will trigger a quick response. If they get a correct answer, they can stay on the square, but if they get a wrong answer, they will return to the starting point. Lastly, when the piece lands on the square of the same color as the piece with dotted lines, it will trigger role play. When the students solve the problem successfully, they can move forward. The scoring rule will be the arriving place score added to the activity score. The first team to reach the finish line will get 20 points, the second get 15 points, third get 10 points, and the last get 5 points. These are the cards we designed for the activity. More detailed content of cards can be seen in the appendix.
Now we are going to move into the implementation and impact part. After we have designed our first concrete version of the game, and according to Sunny Boy's suggestions, we put our game into real use in Shanghai Wuxun Senior High School. And we got a lot of valuable comments from the teacher, Miss Xu. What she think we have done well is she think that the game design is engaging and innovative. She also mentioned that this game has increased students' participation, interaction, and collaboration, and also kept their motivation in a higher level. She said that the game has made the extra knowledge of menstruation easy to understand for students, and it also helps students to understand the physiological knowledge in a fun and memorable way. She also gave a lot of comments on what we should improve. The first one is she thinks we should prepare more blank cards for students to generate their own questions. And she also mentioned that we should put more scaffolding questions to support different knowledge levels because students' cognitive level is different. And she also mentioned that we'd better add a context before we put the game into real use in class. And she thinks we should also include a reflection stage after the game. And for the future potential, this game can be applied to different health education topics because it's always open and easy to make any modifications. And it could be turned into a digital version for remote learning. And this game has potential for cross-curricular integration. For example, it can be applied into all hygiene sections, for example, science and well-being education. And this game can be adapted for different age groups with varied difficulty levels. And now, here are our appendix with the questions we will put on all kinds of cards. Thanks for watching.